Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Emma, and we are playing Dragon Age Inquisition. So we have just a tiny bit of Skyhold left to explore, and then we should be off to Crestwood to go hang out with Hawk. Alright. Now, we didn't explore this portion of Skyhold earlier because I'm really bad about finding it. It's one of the few places that I just don't often get to of my own accord. So let's see if I can find it unassisted. Is it through here? Because it's like the library, kitchen, and there's like a study area, if I recall correctly. It's always one of those places that I just stumble upon.
With allies come enemies, and now we have a place to hold them.
Clearly we haven't been here either. Oh, she's elven.
Your worship, the cells are ready for the enemies of the Inquisition. Good facilities in Skyhold. Whoever built this knew how to keep prisoners safe but secure.
Then why do we have this? I really don't like that. Alright. Prison structural evaluation. Harder job, this. Structural fractures throughout. Major blocks shifted. It settled over an age or more, so I had the workers shore it up and call it stable. I don't recommend rebuilding. If we change the weight distribution, it might stress cracks we can't see. I've seen failures like this before, in dams, with the pressure of a flood behind them. What caused that in a prison this size? I don't want to know. Structural evaluation for Lady Llewellyn's consideration, from Mason Gatsby. Do we know what caused this? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I'm not sure I was here the first time I played this game. Wow, this is wild. Y'all, if you've got theories for why this is the way this is, let me know. I love being able to talk about the lore with y'all. Okay. So, we found the prison. Did not expect it to be right here. So we still have to do like the kitchen's library-ish area. God, that's from the ramparts, if I'm not mistaken.
Inquisitor.
Yeah? Hello? I really don't recall. But let's explore a little. That's kind of the fun of this game. It's just being able to experience everything that they've put in here. Okay, so this is just a storeroom. What was over here? This is the one connected to the tavern. Oh, can you go into the tavern from here? You can! Nice, good to know, good to know. Oh, look at that angry man. Oh, is there a whole ass axe in this bed? Alright. That's fine. And that's leading over to where Hawk should be, correct? Is this where we saw Hawk? I'm honestly not sure. This place is too big. But it's a good thing we're checking it all out. Maybe we should go up. No, that has to be Cullen's. Cullen's is over there with the connection bridge, right? This is the area that we talked to Hawk in, even though she's not here. No, it's not, because Cassandra should be beneath us. There's so much here. Let's check this out really quick. We gotta be on the lookout for Inquisition. That's such a wild addition to the game. I've never seen him before this playthrough. Yeah, this was where we saw him. So, can we talk to him again here? Or do we have to find him again?
I return, Inquisitor, as does the Inquisition.
Okay, good. Hit
It
me.
begins now, and there is a timer.
That's fine.
Chantry belief centers on the enigmatic maker and his bride.
𝒂𝒾𝒶.
Name her traitorous husband.
𝒂𝒃. Where is he? Right there.
𝒂𝒃 is the name.
Correct. Well played.
Yeah. All right. Oh, acquired the boon of the spoon. What is green? Imagine I should present to you an object which, to my mind, is of indisputable greenness and ask, does the thing appear to you to be green? Naturally, you might say that it does, for you have come to recognize the appearance of the color of the object to be green, associating the word with what your eyes see. But it could be my understanding of green differs entirely from yours? What if, perchance, you could see into my mind? You might realize that all things that I name green are actually red in your understanding. Ah, without the moorings of objective truth, we are set adrift in oceans of solitary experience. The promising opening to a lecture given by 𝒸💾💃, philosopher-poet at the University of Orlais. The lecture's quality dropped significantly after this point, and ended quickly when Groke subjected audience members to a poorly constructed ode to chartreuse, which is a type of green. He fled from the auditorium under fire from students armed with overripe red tomatoes.
The Inquisition is completed.
Oh,
And you have done so perfectly. You may have an inadequate grand prize. Inquisition, away.
does that mean it's done? We're over? No more questions? Oh, I could have answered so many more. Let's go to his other spot and see if he's there. Oh no, I'm gonna be so sad if it's done with. Oop, okay, ankle time. We came in that way, so go this way. No, don't be over. It was only just beginning. Where am I going? Aha, okay. I see. Okay, so now we have to get back inside. God, this is a maze. Okay, but not this way. I've put hundreds of hours into this game. No joke. I put 200 hours into my first playthrough. And I still can't get around Skyhold. Alright. Okay.
Someone emptied a whole bag of turnips into the fire. Ah, Maker, the smell is everywhere. I was going to use them for dinner and then... I can't recall who took them.
It sounds like Cole does not want turnips for dinner. Okay, so let's head down to the stable to see if 𝒂𝒹💾💃. We gotta go this way, don't we? Underneath. If 𝒂𝒹💾💃 is down there.
Inquisitor.
Oh, I'm gonna be so upset if it's done. I don't think we've tried that door either. Okay, we'll come back.
It was an archdemon, they say.
It wasn't. Disease, maybe.
He is gone. Is it only 3 questions? What is the boon of the spoon? The boon of the spoon. What is it? It's a maul. It's a spoon that was hewn by a madman with a rune. I'm immune, he would croon, celebrating all too soon. He'd impugn and lampoon, thinking fate so picayune. A tycoon made buffoon by one stricter than the coon. What did Mama say about rhyming? Mama said you'd get the spoon. If Weeks wrote this, I swear to fuck. Well, damn. I wish I could put it on just to see what it looks like. We'll put it on somebody. It's a mall. Oh, we could give it to Bull. Bull running around with a spoon. How fascinating. Okay, so. Oh, but what about here? Have we gone here? Is this the kitchens? It's the kitchens! We got so much to read. A note from the Skyhold kitchens. Request for supplies. Potatoes, 500. Flour, 50 sacks. Dried peas, 100 sacks. Salted meat as much as possible. Willow switches, 4. Oh, to break in the new kitchen hands. Don't
First,
hit
a full
people.
wheel of Antievan smoked cheese, and now 3 royals worth of crushed mint. They were right here. I remember seeing someone take them. I can't recall their face.
Why is he taking so many things? What is he doing? Another note from the Skyhold kitchens. Once again, please keep the elf out of the kitchen. And check the sugar daily to make sure it's still sugar and not salt. Head cook, 𝒂𝒾𝒶. Beneath this is written, try keeping this out, followed by an arrow pointing towards a crude drawing of a phallus. I would be pretty annoyed too if somebody was fucking with my kitchen stuff. I know from the Skyhold kitchens again. If I ever find out who put the turnips in the fireplace, I will personally feed them to the meat grinder. Oh, we can't talk to them at all. Sorry about my children. Oh.
There's no end of it. I can store an army.
Absolutely, babe. Abso-fucking-lutely. God, this place is beautiful. Was this a gallery? Look at this. Does anyone recognize what this painting is? Or what it's of? I want to say that it's the town at the base of the mountains where the cult to 𝒂𝒾𝒶 was. Y'all. Oh, I clicked read. I did. The First Blight, Chapter 2. Maybe we missed Chapter 1. And it was the one that bugged out. People today have little concept of the consequences of the second sin. Oh, believe me when I say that when asked, pious chantry-going folk will curse the use of foul magic, spitting and snapping their fingers. But none live today who actually remember the horror that was unleashed so very long ago. Whatever records might have existed regrettably did not survive the chaos and ignorance that was to follow. We have only the tales of survivors handed down through the murky ages and the dogma of the chantry to instruct us. And that is precious little indeed. I believe I am not understating when I say that the second sin unleashed the bane of all life upon 𝒂𝒃s. The darkspawn are more virulent than the worst plague, a heartless force of nature that came into our world like an ill wind. We know from accounts of later blights, as these darkspawn invasions came to be called, never has a more appropriate name existed, that the darkspawn spread disease and famine wherever they tread. The earth itself is corrupted by their presence. The sky roiling with angry black clouds. I do not exaggerate, my friends, when I say that a mass gathering of darkspawn is an omen of dread cataclysm. It is said that those cursed magisters who became the first darkspawn scratched at the very earth to find solace in the darkness of the dwarven deep roads, and there, in the shadows, they multiplied. Whether by intelligent design or by some last vestige of worship in their minds, they attempted to locate the old gods they had once served. They found what they sought. 𝒂𝒾𝒶, first among the old gods, once known as the Dragon of Silence before the Maker imprisoned him and all his brethren beneath the earth for the first sin, usurping the Maker's place in mankind's heart. The slumbering dragon awoke, freed from the Maker's prison by his twisted followers, and became corrupted himself. 𝒂𝒾𝒶 was transformed into the first archdemon, his great and terrible power given will by a rotting, unholy mind. With the darkspawn horde following, 𝒂𝒾𝒶 rose and took wing into the skies once more, bringing ruin to the world the Maker had created. The old god had become the eye of a dark storm that would ravage the entire world. From Tales of the Destruction of 𝒂𝒃s by Brother 𝒂𝒾𝒶, a chantry scholar. They do such a wonderful job of lore in this. The Pyramids of Parvalene. The island called Parvalene was the first land in 𝒂𝒃s to be taken by the 𝒂𝒏ri, and has been held by them ever since. But while the 𒂂💏ri have raised their own marvels on the island, the famed city of Cunandar comes to mind. Parvalene had a rich history before the Cun ever came to its shores. Tear your eyes from Cunandar's wonders and look instead to the jungle. There you'll see the ruins of vast cities that proclaim in silence, we were here. Parvalene's distinctive pyramids, looming from the overgrowth, have remained largely intact, even if their intended purpose has been lost. Yo, I'm so excited if we get to see that in Dragon Age 4. Give me some sweet, sweet Tomb of Annihilation vibes. They do not seem to be tombs, though some chambers contain bodies that have been carefully preserved. Amazingly, the pyramid's proportions are mathematically perfect. Since their alignment is so precise, when suspects, they serve some scientific purpose. Observatories, perhaps? And Van Therast has observed that the shape of the Parvalene pyramid seems perfectly to match the constellation Solium. We know more of the pyramids than we do of the humans who built them. The Qunari came to Parvalene as conquerors, but there is no history and little sign of battles fought on the island shores. A civilization that could build such vast cities would surely have defenses, armies, perhaps weapons alien even to the Qunari. So why is there so little proof of resistance? One answer may lie in what remains of their temples. Beneath the leaves and vines covering the walls, you can still make out the stylized carvings that adorn them. The paint has since flaked away, but the silhouettes are clear. Intricate sea creatures, shipwrights, musicians, archers, and kings. Here and there, odd figures are depicted, tall and horned, always in a position of authority and respect. What were these horned figures to the ancients of Parvalene? Priests? Ritualistically crowned? Heroes? Gods, perhaps? We may never know the truth. But when the Qunari arrived from the sea, horned and carrying the word of the Qun, perhaps instead of conquerors, the people of Parvalene saw an old legend returning to them. This is all superstition, supposition. The humans of Parvalene are Qunari now, their ancient civilization discarded like a child's toy. Yet the pyramids remain, along with the old cities, the island itself. One day, greater scholars may hear what they have to say. What a delicious codex entry. Love it. From A Compiled History of the Occupied North by Renatus of Aisley. Aisley, that's such a cool name. I know it's a location, but I very much feel like that could be a name as well. Oh, this is just... I would clean this shit up and just chill out. I would read, figure out what the world has to offer as far as information. The Folly... Oh, of General 𝒸𝒾𝒶. 5. So we read 4. In the days that followed, to avoid scandal, the appointing of 𝒸𝒾𝒶 was claimed a grand tactic of the true general, who must have orchestrated the whole affair from secret. From secret, meaning the cloakroom, for not even his own attendants knew his face, and they would have had the guard whisk him to jail for trespassing. But with his mask restored and wary of the embarrassment, the general was merciful with 𝒸𝒾𝒶, imposing less than half the prescribed lashes and sparing her and her lord the gallows. They were allowed to leave Orlais on the condition that 𝒸𝒻𝒻 was henceforth her name. I really want to know more about this. Can I walk behind here? No. But I can... Oh, I can slip behind there. Oh, that's it. No, let me read. This place is beautiful. Abso-fucking-lutely beautiful. Okay, so there were 2 more doors. Ooh, where does this lead? Oh? Do I just automatically always breeze through to Josie? I do! Okay, now I have a concrete location in my mind. Oh man, I always just breeze right the fuck on through. Okay, and there was one door back here. Yeah? Okay, this is a kitchen. This door, this door. Yes, the wine cellar. This is where all the treasures are. We've got the kitchen, nummies. We've got wine cellar. We've got the gallery. We've got the library. The gems of knowledge and culture. Butter bile. I can't click it. Oh, wait. Oh, is this where all my collected alcohol goes? Yes, it is. Oh, I fucking love it. Okay, good. Good. So at the end of the game, we can come back down here and I can see what the fuck I missed. I'll just get a list and go down it. Beautiful. Mwah. Fucking about it. Okay, so now that we've done all that, let me go to the mission table really quick and double check our missions before we head off. Oops. Love you, library. Sorry. Before we head off into Crestwood. That way we can make sure that everything is getting taken care of as far as our chores go. Hey, Josie. Oh, is that necessary? Okay. Have a good time. All right. All right. Let's check in on the shit that we've taken care of. Oh, I care a lot about this. Nightingale, operatives harassed the enemy and created more confusion for the Dalish to withdraw safely to a more defensible area. After investigation, your suspicions were correct. These are bandits in name only. Though they wear no colors, they are mercenaries, bought and paid for by Duke Antoine of 𝒂𝒾𝒶 himself. It is unclear what caused Antoine to turn on the Dalish, but he should not be trusted. In public, he fully supports the Inquisition, even pledging gold to our coffers, but he has a private agenda currently unknown. I can continue gathering information, but suspicions in 𝒂𝒃 are high after the bandits ran into trouble, and any sabotage inside the city runs a high risk of detection. Thank you. Fuck. All right. Ambassador Josephine, I regret to inform you that Magistrate 𝒂𝒃 was discovered dead in his home this morning, and what the guards believe was a grisly reenactment of a scene from some pending dreadful called Hard in Hightown. Yes, we've read this. I do not know what interest the Inquisition had in the matter, nor do I want to know. Wow. Reports of Darkspawn. Commander, we conducted sweeps of the Storm Coast and determined where the Darkspawn are most concentrated. Our frail and born soldiers are quite eager to see them driven back. Absolutely. Good job, everybody. You've done wonderfully. All right. Acquire the Arcanist. Okay. Hold on, let me... Ooh. Skyhold has incredible potential for rune crafting and mastercraft smithing. If only we had a gifted mind to gain full benefit. Is this who I think it is? The war and the Venatori have claimed many experts. We have located an Arcanist with great skill and a reputation for humbling first enchanters in both Andrastian and Imperial circles. 2 assassination attempts and at least 1 explosion have made landholders reluctant to allow her passage through their territory. It will take significant effort to bring her from Tantrevale, but this Arcanist would be invaluable to the Inquisition. Oh, I'm about this. It takes 0 time, so let's let Cullen do something for once. I know we don't let him do much. The Arcanist has been secured despite great cost and the concern of more than a few traditional-minded mages. She awaits a meeting with the Inquisitor and the Undercroft. Yes! Okay, good. I think I know who that is. Okay. I'm kind of just working my way down. Oh, so... Oh. Yeah, let's do the ones that we touched last time that don't have the markers on them. Otherwise, I'm going to forget to do them. Reclaiming the Mage Rebellion. That's first. Fiona, we got the word out to everyone we could, but some cells were too remote to reach. We'll need the Inquisition to contact them, at least to let them know the Templars are gone. They are gone, right? right? Okay. So Josie says she can ask the Banorn for help. Liliana wants to actually bring a mage from Redcliffe with us. And he wants to send soldiers. Worst idea. Liliana's clearly his best.
Inquisitor.
All right. So we've got Conscript and 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒁. Ooh. Demon that fled 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒁 Redoubt left signs of its passage. Oh, so we only have these two. Okay, okay. It appears to be some sort of shapeshifter. Witnesses have described incidents of friends acting strangely or being in two places at once, that sort of thing. The Chargers have experience hunting demons. Say the word and we're on it. The Chargers know what they're doing. I can pass them information and send them off hunting. A few well-placed words will have the nobility on guard for imposters. The hunt should be much easier. I don't see why not. I think the Chargers do it either way, is what it sounds like, right? Oh, but well-placed words might mean that it gets spooked and runs off. I'm gonna use Liliana for that one. Conscript. Well, that settles it. We face a darkspawn magister who commands something that looks suspiciously like an archdemon. I defy anyone to tell me that this is no blight. We have Blackwall's treaties, and we have cause. They just will require little persuasion. So it's what we're asking for. We're asking for gold, info, or bolstering our forces. I feel like the purpose of the treaties is to conscript soldiers, right? But I kind of want people to be here of their own volition. Oh. I'd rather have the information. It's hard because Liliana is exactly the way that I think. And I don't want people to be here if they don't want to be. That's not why we're doing this. Well, God damn it. Let's keep working through some until we find some that are suitable. Hinterland, I don't need resources. Shadows of Redenerim. Okay, so this one is only Cullen. Inquisitor, first things first. An apology. I offered the rebel mages safe harbor in Ferelden only to have them drive my uncle. Is this from Alistair? It is! Only to have them drive my uncle out of his own town, so I'll admit I wasn't in the best of moods when I first met you. I just wanted everyone out of Redcliffe, and I didn't care who was responsible for what. Now I wish I'd done otherwise. Isn't that always the way? These cultists, Venatori I think they're called? We have them in the royal palace, or so I'm told. Like rats, but with magic and nasty sneers. Alistair's gonna Alistair. I don't know what they're up to, but I need to find them and drive them out. Since the Inquisition knows all about them, I'm hoping you'll help. Something grateful something. Wait, did you just write that? You scribes do this on purpose, don't you? I love him. All right, so we can send forces and be seen doing so. See, I'm so in agreement with Liliana. Like, we don't want to spook people. But, okay. So the visibility. I'm hoping this doesn't have too terribly much impact. I'm just going to let Cullen have this one. Because I do think there is merit to having people see us working not only with Alistair, in concert with Alistair, the king of Ferelden, but against the Venatori as a threat. Okay, I can get behind that.
To work?
So now we just need to find a quest for Josie. Let's do the Hard in Hightown. Let's see if it's a good fit. A copy of Hard in Hightown sits open on the table. Javelin was waiting outside the captain's office when Don and 𝒸𝒾𝒶 slunk out, defeated. We're not getting a warrant, are we? Javelin looked almost relieved. No. Donna met his partner's eyes. The kid was barely 20 and looked like he'd walked straight to the Kirkwall barracks from somebody's potato farm. Oh, we've read this one. Oh, we have read this one. So it's just like the next chapter. Okay. Liliana has written a note in the margin. The dead magistrate. Attempt to implicate Varric. Why and in what? So we've got two. We should support the official Kirkwall Guard investigation into this murder. If an assassin killed the magistrate, a word to the crows. Woo! Oh no. Josie, I want you to do stuff so bad, but Liliana and I just think quite alike. Also, Zevran. He took over the crows if I remember correctly, yeah? God damn it. We'll find something for her to do. Strike a bargain with merchant princes. Oh, she's not participating. This is only for Josie. We've done it. She's the only person who could do this mission, so she's perfectly suited for it. Inquisitor. The allied merchants of the monarchy of Antiva have inquired whether they can assist us in any fashion. They could provide us with some of the finest goods in Thedas, a powerful boost to our prestige, and spread our influence north. The merchant princes will also attempt to ensnare us in contracts so convoluted that we will be eternally tied to them. If we're interested, we must send our most skilled negotiators. Our diplomats are well respected, and I feel we can come out ahead of the bargain if we are prepared to commit to it. Get him, Josie. She's selected a few dozen diplomats to handle it. On it. Perfect.
At your service.
Okay, we don't have any perks. So to Crestwood. I know we're technically out of time because I spent so much time doing everything, but I'll get us there. As we can see the opening cinematic. Hey, what am I doing? I can just go from here. I always forget that. Crestwood. No. Crestwood. Am I just dumb? Oh, do we not have the other... Oh, the other stuff's not open. Isn't the fellow Meyer Questwood? Or am I just hallucinating? Let me go to my journal. Let me... Inquisitor's Path. This. I want this. Do I need to do something specific for this? Oh, we needed to do the war table. Well. Looks like that's what we're doing next time. I got so excited to fill out all the quests that I didn't end up doing that. It's okay. Enough time will pass so that we can get those other things done, and then we can move right on to Questwood. Thanks for bearing with me. I just really love all this exploration. I love all the like lore details. I love fleshing out the universe and picking up on little bits and pieces of stuff I didn't even see my first time through, that I hadn't recognized was canon in the universe, stuff like that. I love this game. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna rave about Inquisition at the end of the episode. I mean, it's one of my... It is my favorite game for a reason. I think I'm gonna go out on the limb and say, yeah, it is my favorite game. It's a beautiful... It's a masterpiece. It is. Changed my mind. All right, guys. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you next time.